Okay, so this is the fourth part of my all client mod menu tutorial. And before I start this tutorial, I'm just going to tell you that I fixed a few things in the menu. First of all, I added jtag.call send server command SLOC warnings. So this will get rid of all of the unlocalized text warnings that come up. Okay, second, you might notice I redid the menu. Used to be this, but it is now different. So the reason that I did this was earlier I was having problems with when I did this set text command. The text would just flash on the screen and go away. So I'm just using the long way, even though I would rather not. Okay, so first thing we're going to be going over is in our form we are going to be getting the button offsets. So this is very easy. So we can just call this get button. So once we have that, we're going to go into it, and we will just write. This is just stuff I was playing around with. So you can go message box dot show. Then you go convert dot toString. So we can't use just dot toString. We have to go convert dot toString, and we can go GB, which is our button offset, and so that's that. So gotta have client. I'm gonna use 0 just because for testing purposes. And alright, so what we can do now is once we connect it, we can click get button. So let's just wait for it to connect, and if I click get button, I'm going to hold down the knife button, so we'll get that offset. So I'm holding down right stick right now, and I click that, so we get 262144. So if you want to write that down in Notepad, you can do that. And so RS 262144. Okay, so I'll just do this with a couple more. So if you're not holding down a button, it will come up with 0, and if you're holding down like a D-pad, it will come up with 0 as well. So D-pad does not work. So alright, let's try B. So I'm holding down B, I click get button, and you get 512. So B equals 512. So if you want to do this with all buttons, feel free. These are the only ones I'm going to do it with, just because showing you guys. One more, I don't think like select works. No, see, it'll still say I'm holding down B when I was holding down the back button, and same thing with the start, I believe. Yeah, so we get that. Okay, now that we got that out of the way, I'm going to be showing you how to actually select an option. Okay, so once we have this in, we can say, oh, actually, we're going to use this to find X, because we're going to use X as select. So we can hold down X and click get button. So there we go. So X is 2097664. Alright, so we can say, alright, we'll stop debugging, and we can go if else if GB I is equal to this, which is select, and menu open is equal to true, then we do this. Okay, so what we're going to have, menu open I is equal to 0. So what we're going to have in here is our select method. So what this is going to be is a new method. So we're going to do public void select, and we're going to do int scroll. So now after that, we can put in switch scroll. So if you don't know what a switch statement is, it's basically a oh, we can also do int client just because we're going to need that. Okay, so scroll, actually we won't need scroll in here, just client. So scroll and then client. So now that we have that, we can put two brackets and go case. So case, this is basically, the switch statement is basically an if-else statement, but it's easier to use. So case 1. So now we do two brackets, and under case we have to break, so we have break semicolon. Okay, so for case 1 we have it set to no clip. So we're going to want to do no clip, and I'm going to grab that command really quick. And so here's our no clip code I have right there. Client ID will just be client, and we can do hold on. So instead of, we can just do jtag.setMemory, and we don't have to have an out. We can just do it like this. Okay. So I believe that, okay, we have to go comma new byte array. Not byte, not that. Byte array, and then two brackets. Inside here we can put 4. So I believe it's 4. Let me check. Okay, so what we did here is we wrote to the byte, we wrote 4, which is no clip. So that's the offset for no clip, or the number for no clip. Okay, so once we have that, oh, I gotta change my knife button. 1 second. So once we have that, we can now go into making the correct news bar. So I'll be right back. Okay, so continuing on with the tutorial, I have my news bar finished now. So what we're doing is we're setting an icon, which is going to be the shader behind the news bar, and that's relatively near the bottom of the screen. It's about 40 in height, 1000 in width, and it's at this location, so X, Y. So then we are now defining the string of the news bar we're going to use, and I just made this a local variable because, I don't know, I just felt like it. So it says welcome to my menu, blah, you can put whatever you want here. So I'm having string lmtext2 equals newsbar, so this is just basically making this equal to lmtext2, which is another string, and I'm putting lmtext2 into here where I spawn the text, and I set the text to this, and then I spawn it with spawn element, and then I have a infinite loop down here, which inside of that I have another infinite loop saying for p, which is position, is equal to 355, which is our starting position, or you can make this whatever you want. And I'm just saying if p is more than 0, then you keep doing this. I did that just pretty much to make it go on forever. It's just an easy way for me. And I say if p equals p equals p minus 4 every time it loops. So it'll keep looping, and then you move the element to location of p, which will be 4 less than the previous location. And I'm saying if p equals 20, then you're setting p to 355, which is back up here. So it'll keep looping. And in order for that to work, you are going to need to do something like this. Thread, name it whatever you want, equals new thread, newsbar, which is the name of our method, and then you do this dot start, so it'll start that thread and not freeze your application. Alright, that's about it for now. I'm going to finish making the scroll bar and probably put up another video for that. Okay.